Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the third annual Putnam Valley Athletics Hall of Fame Induction and Varsity Awards Ceremony. For those who don't know me, I'm Rob Webb, Athletic Director here at Putnam Valley. It's been an honor to join this incredible community in my first year, where the pride, commitment, and heart of our student athletes, coaches, families, and supporters are evident in everything we do. Tonight, we're here to celebrate much more than wins and championships. We're here to honor the legacy, leadership, and lifelong impact of athletics at Putnam Valley. We'll begin by recognizing those who paved the way, our third class of the Hall of Fame. Their stories and achievements continue to inspire and set the standard for future generations. I also want to acknowledge the many people who make all of this possible: coaches, staff, families, teachers, custodians, bus drivers, and countless others. Their often behind-the-scenes efforts create the foundation that allows our student athletes to succeed. Athletic success is never achieved in isolation. It's a result of a strong, supportive community. Tonight, we celebrate more than just athletic ability. We honor the sportsmanship, resilience, determination, and character that truly define a Putnam Valley student athlete. Most of all, we honor our student athletes, the ones who lead by example and bring pride to our school every day. So with that spirit in mind, let's begin by welcoming 4 new members into the Putnam Valley Athletics Hall of Fame. Please join me in welcoming Coach Tracy Parchin and Andrea Biley to the stage as they introduce our first Hall of Fame inductee.
Good evening, everyone. It is both an honor and a joy to stand here tonight to present the Contributor Award to someone who has poured her heart and soul into the Putnam Valley athletics community, the one and only Jerry Cohen. Jerry began her journey in our district in 1984 as a math teacher, and later on in her career, she began to coach. But that barely scratches the surface of who she is and what she means to us. From the moment she stepped into the halls of Putnam Valley, she brought with her her unmatched energy, feisty, fiercely loyal, caring, nurturing, intelligent, and above all, incredibly hardworking. I consider myself especially lucky because I didn't just know Jerry as a teacher or a coach. She has been a part of nearly every chapter of my life. She was my math teacher, my math tutor, my varsity field hockey coach, my colleague, my wedding photographer, and most importantly, my friend. But it's not just me. Ask any athlete or student who came through this district, and you'll find that Jerry has left a lasting impression on all of them. She has always gone above and beyond for everyone. She's the kind of person who shows up not for credit, not for recognition, but because she truly cares. You'll still find her on the sidelines in her famous tie-dye, camera in hand, capturing moments that became lifelong memories for players and parents alike. She never missed a game, rain, shine, or heat waves, she's there. On those scorching days, she came and still comes, armed with a bucket of cold cloths and ice for the players. And then when the cold sets in, you could always count on the warmth of one of her famous Mrs. Cohen blankets. She has tutored countless students in math over the years and continues to do so even now. She's organized tournaments and fundraisers, including for a former student who tragically lost his life. And as if that weren't enough, she now volunteers her time teaching a sewing class in the high school simply because it's something she loves and wants to pass on to others. Jerry is a tough cookie. She will always fight for what's right, especially when it comes to advocating for kids. Her strength and determination have made her a force in our community. Her kindness and generosity have made her a treasure. Personally knowing Jerry since junior high school, she is, yes, they called it junior high school back in the day. She has played almost every role in my life: mentor, as I said before, mentor, coach, teacher, friend, and she has done it with grace, grit, and endless heart. I genuinely hope that everyone at some point in their lives gets to know a Jerry Cohen. Someone who shows up, lifts others up, and gives without ever expecting anything in return.
Mrs. Cohen, no, I still can't call her Jerry. It's definitely not something she's happy about. Has made a lasting impression on myself and all of her student athletes over the years. I can second everything that Tracy has said, including the wedding photographer part. She's dedicated to building relationships with her kids. I don't think you could find an athlete of hers that hasn't had contact with her after graduation. She truly wants to keep in touch and be a part of watching them grow into adulthood. She was an intricate part of my 24 years here teaching at Putnam Valley, and it all started 30 years ago during her time as my field hockey coach at Panis. Photos she took of me playing and the photos she took at my wedding and baby shower still hang on the walls. Blankets that she made for my daughter are still on the back of my couch. My daughter's now 10. Jerry Cohen is an amazing woman who has had a significant impact on my life, as well as all of the student athletes that she has come into contact with. We are all truly lucky to have her in our lives. Tracy and I are a true testament, as well as several other faces that I see in the audience of athletes that had her 30 years ago at Panis. We are a true testament to her everlasting impact on Putnam Valley athletics.
Please join us in honoring a woman who has shaped the lives of so many in our athletic community, our 2025 Hall of Fame contributor inductee, Jerry Cohen.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you, Tracy and Andrea, for your heartwarming introduction. Having individuals who have been part of my journey for so many years in so many ways is just very special. Thank you to whomever nominated me for this prestigious honor, and thanks to Rob Webb and the committee for selecting me to be part of the class of 2025 Hall of Fame for Putnam Valley High School. It's difficult to express how meaningful this is for me. Thank you to my family and friends for their support tonight and always. Because my children were involved in soccer at a very young age, I became a certified official and then a coach. I realized I loved working with children, teaching and coaching them. I decided to finally go back to college to complete my undergraduate degree in mathematics, and almost 20 years after graduating from high school, I was hired as a math teacher at the Putnam Valley Junior High School. Yes, that's what it was called back there. It was called middle school much later. 2 years later, I became the first Putnam Valley Central School District girls soccer coach. Photography is an important hobby for me. Sharing the photos of my kids' games with all the participants was my pleasure. Memories captured by a photo were important to both the parents and the players. I took photos at many of the junior high games and at Lakeland where my sons played. I continued this hobby as I coached and eventually taught at Panis. Many of the photos that I took at Panis are still up on the walls from what I've heard. Continuing this tradition makes me very happy, and sharing the photographs, most recently on SportsView, lets the participants and the families download and enjoy them. Congratulations to the other 2005 inductees, two of whom are former students of mine. I remember Christy practicing writing her autograph in my classroom. I'm very certain it's perfect today. I remember taking my oldest grandsons to watch Joey play lacrosse for SUNY Cortland, and on 2 occasions to the NCAA finals, where they won. I remember taking photos of Erin after I retired and her teammates that were playing at Putnam Valley High School. As the JV coach of the 2005 field hockey team, as well as the photographer, I have so many photo memories of that state championship game. But the best one is of Bev Balladino streaking down the right wing as time ran down in the second overtime period to shoot a goal and win the championship. That whole team and the varsity coaches were the first ones inducted into the Putnam Valley High School class of 2023 Athletic Hall of Fame, and well-deserved. Mike and Steve Ammon also were former students of mine, and they were inducted this past year. Such wonderful moments and so many memories. I need to mention someone who was instrumental in putting me on this path. Pam Dariff, now retired, was a PE teacher at the Putnam Valley Junior High School and Middle School. She was a coach of the field hockey team and the girls softball team for many, many years. I was mentored by her and encouraged to become a certified Section 1 field hockey official. And then in 1991, Walter Pratt, principal, recruited me to begin to coach their varsity field hockey team, where Tracy and my daughter were playing. Finally, congratulations to all the varsity athletes from the 2025 season at Putnam Valley High School. Your dedication, discipline, determination, and desire to be the best you can be highlighted here after this tonight. Special congratulations to the track qualifiers, JP and Amy, and to the state finalists, varsity baseball team. Whether on the fields, on the diamonds, on the courts or ice, on the mat, in the pool, or on the track and field or the cross-country trail, you have worked to make your coaches, your school, your community, and your families proud. I plan to keep trying to capture as many of these special moments in your journey as I can, so you can look at an image, a photograph, and say, I remember when. Now my grandchildren, my children, my great-grandchildren can look back when they look at the photos from tonight and say, remember when? Thank you to everyone. I'm so honored.
To introduce our next Hall of Fame inductee, Coach Will Carano.
Hey everyone, what an honor to be here. What an even bigger honor to follow the honoring of Jerry Cohen. 45 years ago, and Jerry, you can tell me if my math is wrong because you're the math person, Cub Scouts threw me out. Tossed me from the program, literally. Guess who stepped up and took me into their program? Jerry Cohen. She's one beautiful, beautiful person, and I love her dearly. So tonight, I'm here to introduce an inductee, and I'm going to use the word first a lot. And I want to put that in context for you, because if you think of the word first in sports, you might think of someone like Michael Jordan, right, in the NBA. Certainly super famous for many, many firsts, right? How about a Derek Jeter of the Yankees? Certainly responsible for many firsts. Or for those of you that played female basketball, how about Diana Taurasi, 20-year veteran of the WNBA, literally a legend of the sport. Probably so many firsts for her. Given how new that professional league is. But I want you to think about the Wall of Fame downstairs and look at all the banners that Jerry just acknowledged. Those banners are all built on sequences of seasons where the underclassmen have upperclassmen to look to for mentorship, to guidance on what it takes to sacrifice to reach the highest levels of the sport. Look at the boys' baseball team this year. Incredible season, right? That program has been fighting tooth and nail for years, athletes working very, very hard to get to that point. So the inductee that I'm going to introduce tonight has many, many firsts, but in a different context than I just described. Because this building opened up in, 2000, right? Well, she was part of that original class. And I don't know if you know the full history, but quickly, briefly, this building opened up with 8th and 9th graders year 1. 8th, 9th, and 10th graders year 2, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th year 3, and after 4 full years, they're finally a true 9 through 12 senior high school. So think about all the athletes that were part of those programs, going through those steps to reach that quote-unquote legitimate 4-year senior high school varsity level. They had no banners on the wall. They had no seniors. They had coaches. They had staff second to none. They had a district that would back anything and everything they needed, but they had no mentors in the building among their peers. So they had to figure this out themselves. They had to battle and make their own luck, as Dan Gable would say. And I'm not going to be the wrestling coach and not bring up something relevant to wrestling, right? So I had to bring up Dan Gable. Let me read through some of her accomplishments in that light. And so maybe now if you understand what I mean when I say the first, what is she the first of? Well, as a 9th grader, she could only play JV basketball. So she only had 3 years to compete at the varsity level. Okay, so here we go. Let me read some of these firsts for you and compare this to the other firsts that we talked about when I opened my introduction to her. In 2 seasons and 4 games, she scored 1,000 points. 2 seasons, 4 games, 1,000 points. In 3 years, she scored 1,396 points. That's 465 points per 3 years. Now, I'm willing to bet, and those of you that know her, if this was a regular senior high school, she probably would have been selectively classified as 8th and 9th grader, probably would have had 5 years at the varsity level. That's how talented she was. She was the first 3-time All-League, 3-time All-Section, 3-time All-State. She was the first Miss Basketball Player of the Year for her senior year. This is the top player in all of Section 1, regardless of class. Class A, Class B, Class C. This is not small school. This is among all the classes. This is the top player in Section 1. As that top player, she represented first female Continent Award winner. She was the first student council president as an 8th grader that represented the student body as the speaker at the ribbon cutting ceremony. Whew, boy, damn. Wrestling is so much easier. She was the first female full 4-year scholarship to Boston University, first. It was about $68,000 a year. They were 5th in the country as the most expensive universities. She was the #1 3-point shooter in the nation her senior year for Boston University. She culminated her competitive career playing pro sports overseas for Germany. I think she earned a bronze medal playing for Germany in the European Professional League. She went on, when she retired and hung up her shoes, she went on to an incredible coaching career. She earned 2 gold balls here for PV. And I remember walking from practice, watching her in the gym, working with her athletes, and what a master class every practice was. Her depth of knowledge of the game was second to none, and the schedule that she keeps, she put her athletes' feet to the fire. The schedule that she competed against was unbelievable to me as a coach. I mean, she played literally every top 10 team in Section 1 and beat a lot of them and was close to beating many of them as well. It is an absolute honor and a privilege to introduce my niece, my goddaughter, Christy Dini.
My goodness. I had no idea I had to speak, and Willie just made it 80 times worse than it was already going to be, so we'll blame him. You know, I was a little nervous to come back to Putnam Valley, but I got to say it was amazing. I saw so many teachers, athletic trainers, people, my 5th grade teacher, people that I had seen in this school district from elementary school to 2005 when I graduated. And I'm just so happy and grateful to be back. So to everybody that made that happen, thank you so much. It really means a lot. When I saw the class, and I know Mrs. Cohen mentioned it, I thought, what better class to be with. Miss Cohen was one of my teachers and coaches, and Joey was a friend, somebody I graduated with, same class, and our parents and family still hang out. It's kind of crazy. I coached Erin. That's how old I am. So what a cool class to be part of, and such special people who have done so many amazing things. Obviously, you just heard, and like you guys said, we can go on and on about Mrs. Cohen, and you'll hear about the other athletes later. But I just want to say thank you. I'm grateful to be up here. To my friends and families, I have current players, former players here, which is pretty neat, and to all the student athletes, that is my uncle, hence all the emotion and the crying. I still have kids on the varsity team right now. We're getting awards today that play for me. So I keep up with Putnam Valley, and congratulations to the great seasons that you guys have had, the different teams, and to all the 2025 athletes. Enjoy it, because I'm 37 up here and I want to be in high school again. So thank you so much.
To introduce our next Hall of Fame inductee, Mr. Kurt Worrell.
Those are going to be some tough acts to follow. Putnam Valley is truly a special place. And, the words of Christy, who I was her class advisor, and Mrs. Cohen was the first one that kind of told me how to be a teacher. It's really special to be here. So, good evening. I'd like to just ask everybody, including the young athletes in the room, to take a look at the low right over there. Read that quote. The mind is a powerful thing to use, a powerful thing. Use it well. Be grateful for what you have, but do not be afraid to demand what you deserve. Find joy in the journey, even in the toughest parts. Clearly, it was from Erin. It was a piece of advice she shared when she was coaching at Brown University in 2020, COVID, and apparently had to, as a new coach, figure out how to coach online. That kind of sets the stage for who Erin is. Erin's an amazing person. And it's both a privilege and an honor to stand here tonight as we celebrate one of our own, a remarkable athlete, a trailblazer, and now a Hall of Famer. Tonight we recognize Erin McCrudden, whose name will forever be etched into the legacy of our school's proud athletic tradition. Regardless of the sport, Erin didn't just play the game. She transformed it. With every sprint, every drill, and every moment of discipline and sacrifice, Erin laid down the foundation for excellence. She created benchmarks, clear, shining examples of what hard work and heart can achieve. The standards Erin set have become the goals others now chase. Throughout her career, Erin has been recognized for both her excellence on the field and dedication in the classroom. Throughout high school, she was consistently a varsity scholar athlete, a deserving recipient of multiple league, conference, all-section, all-state awards, a top 5 player to watch, and named to the all-state team in 2011, and the Empire State Games gold medalist in 2010. In 2013, our girls lacrosse team, she was our co-captain, leading her teammates and her coaches to our program's first sectional and regional championships and a state Final Four appearance. Champions just don't reflect on their past. They build on it. And that's exactly what Erin has done. Erin attended the University of Louisville, earning her spot as a Cardinal, setting more benchmarks and earning more academic and athletic accolades. Athletic directors honor rolls, ACC honor roll, named to the National Field Hockey Coaches Association's National Academic Squads. A former AD once said, "Academics support athletics." Erin heard the message. A 4-year member of Louisville's field hockey team, Erin was named co-captain her senior year, again chosen as a leader to represent her team and the university. Erin earned All-America honors, all ACC honors, and National Field Hockey Coaches Association All-West Region honors, and Erin led the ACC and was second in the nation with assists in her senior year of 2016. A true team player. In 2017, Erin was presented the prestigious Weaver James Corrigan Award, an award that recognizes both athletic achievement and academic excellence within the ACC. With such an incredible collegiate career, what could be next? In 2017, Erin earned the opportunity to wear our nation's flag and join the U.S. national team, representing our country in international competition throughout 2019. Erin has taken her passion for athletics and turned it into her purpose, making a career out of her love for the game. Using the same attributes we witnessed here of character, consistency, and commitment, Erin opened the Louisville Magic Field Hockey Club with a stated mission: to provide a premier club experience that inspires every athlete to excel through innovative coaching, mentorship, and supportive services. Coach McCrudden, with you as their leader, we have no doubt that they will achieve their goals and demand what they deserve. Your story is a testament to what's possible when talent meets determination, and when love for a sport becomes your life's calling. You not only earned your place in this Hall of Fame, you have elevated what it means to be part of it through what you gave and continue to give to those around you: opportunity and inspiration. Please join me in recognizing with a round of applause our next inductee, Erin McCrudden.
Good evening, everyone. What an honor it is to be back here at the place where it all started. These halls, these fields, these courts, they hold some of the earliest and toughest chapters of my story and the adversity that I experienced. So when I got the message about this honor, I'll be honest, I was a little surprised. Surprised to be recognized, and there's a part of me that thought about not coming, because my time here, it wasn't always easy. I was doubted, questioned, underestimated, and not just by the people who didn't know me, but by the people that were sometimes supposed to be in my corner. Teachers, coaches, and adults in position of power. But I thought, if sharing my story helps even just one person here tonight, if it reaches just someone who's ever felt overlooked or underestimated, then it's worth it. From the outside, it might look like everything came easy. Awards, wins, a career. But nothing about my journey was smooth. I've come up short. I failed. I've been told I wasn't strong enough, not big enough, not good enough, and most notably, nothing special. And some days, I almost believed them. But there's a quote that's always stuck with me. One that became something of a compass during the toughest moments. The world ain't all sunshines and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, and nobody's gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. That's what it's been about for me. Not proving others wrong, but proving to myself that I could keep going. That I could be the somebody nobody expected me to be. That I could start something, even when no one else saw it. I didn't let the doubt stop me. I let it drive me. I let failure shape me, and I learned how to keep going from setback to setback without losing sight of what I believed was possible for me. I learned what grit really is. That mindset, resilience, persistence, and self-belief, that's what carried me. And as an athlete, a person, and now as a business owner, none of this would have been possible without my family. I'm one of 5, and my parents are 2 of the hardest working people that I know, and they've showed up for us every single day. They made sacrifices so that we could dream big, even when resources were limited. They taught us to live up to our own standard and not someone else's, and that our best didn't have to look like anyone else's. And to my siblings, thank you for always keeping me grounded, humbled, challenged, and cheered for, often all in one breath. Especially those loud I love yous, shouts from the car window at the drop-offs. So tonight, I'm not standing here as someone because so tonight I'm not standing here because everything went right. I'm standing here because I didn't quit when things got hard. Because I kept showing up even when it was hard. Because I believed in a version of myself others couldn't always see. To any young person out there, you don't have to be the most talented. You don't have to have it all figured out. But you do have to choose. Choose to believe in something more for yourself. Choose to be the somebody nobody expected. Start something. Thank you for this honor. This school gave me my first start, and tonight it gives me an opportunity to reflect on that start, to remind myself, and maybe even a few others, that their journey is not your journey. Their vision doesn't define your potential. You have to believe in something bigger for yourself, even when no one else sees it, especially when no one else sees it. Thank you again.
To introduce our final inductee, Mr. Bob Baker.
Good evening. I'd like to extend my congratulations to all the inductees tonight. It's a special group, and to have the honor of coaching and teaching some of them, and especially Jerry Cohen, who was instrumental in bringing me here to Putnam Valley and was a true believer in all of us here. It's special to be with her tonight. My name is Bob Baker. I'm a math teacher here at the high school. I've been here for 25 years. I also coach varsity lacrosse for 16 years here. It's a true honor and a pleasure to be up here speaking about Joey Morgan. As coaches, we're not supposed to have favorites. That's a lie, because we have favorites. And Joey Morgan was one of my all-time favorites. Now, there's not many that measure up to Joey Morgan. As Willie Carano mentioned before, Christy and Joey and the rest of the class of 2005, they grew up in a unique time. They were here at the high school. It was only 8th and 9th graders, and they had nobody to look up to and no mentors. Joey was the part of the first ever Putnam Valley lacrosse team, and I would say he was a pillar in building this program, and the foundation that he built, still is visible today. In 2001 and 2002, he played 2 years of JV lacrosse, and then he played 3 years of varsity lacrosse for us here. When I first met Joey, he was on the smaller side in 8th grade. I'm like, look at this kid, he's adorable. And then when he stepped on the field, he was anything but adorable, because he is as competitive and as relentless and as fierce a competitor as you'll ever see. When I try to think of some words, like one word to describe Joey, I couldn't do that. But just some words that come to mind when I think about Joey Morgan: passionate, relentless, courageous, leader. I can go on and on with positive words to describe Joey Morgan. He was a captain of our lacrosse team, and he was a captain in every which way, a leader in every way possible. Joey was a two-sport star at Putnam Valley High School. He was a star on the soccer field and a star on the lacrosse field. I can obviously speak more about the lacrosse accolades and his lacrosse accomplishments. I didn't know as much about Joey's soccer accomplishments, so I reached out to Tad Ignatz, who's here tonight, and was also instrumental in Joey's growth and development. It's definitely not 2005, because I didn't need reading glasses in 2005. But here's what Coach Ignatz had to say about Joey. I consider Joey to be one of the best soccer players in the history of the soccer program at PVHS. His skill and athleticism was an elite level. often making him the center of our opponent's defensive schemes and drawing multiple defenders when the ball was in his possession. He played every position on the field, including goalie on a few occasions, never complaining and always doing what was best for the team. He was awarded both all-league and all-section honors during his senior season in the fall of 2004. So Joey was a very special soccer player. I also reached out to Brian Kuzma, who coached lacrosse with myself for 16 years at Putnam Valley, and we had the pleasure of coaching Joey for 5 years. And here's what Brian had to say about Joey. Joey, first and foremost, was a great teammate. He understood that the success of others would lead to greater successes as a team. He was a hard worker and one of the most competitive players I have coached in my 28 years on the sideline. As a person, Joey was someone who everyone looked up to as a leader and outstanding member of our community. You know, again, I can go on and on about Joey. I can take this off. But I decided to focus on 3 stories, some which he may remember and some which he may not. As I mentioned earlier, I'm a math teacher here at the high school, so oftentimes when we started practice, I'd have to come down a few minutes late because I was given extra help. And the boys would be out in the middle of the turf stretching. And obviously where he belongs, Joey was always in the center of the circle, leading the team. And I would be at the top of the hill, and I would walk down the hill every day. And I was welcomed every day with a cheer from Joey Morgan, "Yeah, Bakes!" every time I walked on the field. And again, he may not remember that, but it's one of those special moments, and it's why we coach. It's why we teach, you know, for that rapport. And those little gestures, you know, are something that I look forward to every day. The second story I think about when I think about Joey Morgan is when we were playing Fox Lane High School his senior year, and Joey doesn't know this story either. But we were playing them in 2005, and they were one of the stronger teams around, and their coach at the time was Paul Carcaterra, who's a big name in the lacrosse world. He's an analyst and an announcer for ESPN, and one of the biggest names out there, and he was the coach of Fox Lane at the time, and Joey had a day. I think he had 4 or 5 goals, a few assists, and on his 5th goal, Paul Carcaterra turned to his sideline and said, "This freaking kid is playing harder than anybody else on the goddamn field." That's the truth. And at that point, I think I turned to Brian Kuzma, and I was like, "All right, we got him. You know, we got these guys, and we got these guys because of Joey." But he was absolutely right. You know, everyone was playing at one level. Joey was always playing at another level. His motor was nonstop. And the third story I think of, and he knows this one because we text about this all the time and we talk about it all the time, but I played for Lakeland in high school, and Mahopac was one of our big rivals, and I think the Putnam Valley kids sensed my competitiveness whenever we played Mahopac, and they fed off that and they read that. But we were tied with Mahopac in 2004, Joey's junior year. It was 10-10. No, I'm sorry, we were losing 10-9. And there was about 20 seconds left in the game. In the 4th quarter, I gathered the offense, Coach Kuzma gathered the defense, and I called a play, and Joey said, "Bakes, like, don't do that. Run Hobart. Run Hobart." Hobart was a play for Joey where he snuck up from X, and he said, "I'm telling you, run Hobart, and I will score." And what did he do? He scored a goal. We tied the game. We went to overtime. We lost, so that wasn't a significant piece. But what an assertive and aggressive like human being, and the belief in himself. And there's not many people that, as coaches, when a kid says something, you say like, "Okay," but you know, Joey called the play and said, "All right, then that's the play we're running, guys." Not afraid to call his number. He believed in himself, and he came through in every situation that was ever called for. I will read some of his accolades. And there's a lot of them. In high school, he was a member of the first ever Putnam Valley lacrosse team, the inaugural team. He was a member of the first ever Putnam Valley lacrosse sectional championship in 2004. He finished his career with 91 goals and 66 assists for 157 points. That was over a 3-year career. We didn't start the lacrosse program until Joey was a sophomore. So over a 3-year career, he had 157 points, which is phenomenal. He was 2-time All-Section, and he was a team captain. And like I said, he was a damn good one. He continued his career at SUNY Cortland, where he was a star just as he was in high school. He was a 2-time national champion at SUNY Cortland. His senior year was a storied season for him. He was named the SUNYAC Player of the Year. He was named the ECAC Player of the Year. He was named New York State Player of the Year. He participated in the North-South game, and he was a first-team All-American, which to this day is the only one in Putnam Valley lacrosse history to receive a first-team All-American at the collegiate level. What's not measured in record books or any statistics or any team books that you keep is heart. And if they measured that stuff, heart and desire and motivation, Joey's the champ. No one was better than him in that area. We often talk about, as coaches, we talk about wanting your kids to have, a compete level. You want your kids to compete at a level that's elite and higher than everybody else. Joey did that. Joey competed at a level higher than anybody else. I see him now, and he excels with everything he does. His professional world, he's crushing it there. I see him as a father and a husband, he's killing it there. Recently, he had some health issues. A few years ago, unfortunately, he had some health issues that he battled, and guess what? He beat that too. So there's nothing this kid can't beat. Joey Morgan wins in everything he does in his life. So any challenge that is thrown his way, Joey will come out a winner. He can handle anything. So ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to present the class of 2005, Joey Morgan.
Wow, I don't, thank you, Bakes, that was pretty wild. It's always good to come back home, first and foremost, because outside of this beautiful town we all live in here, everyone calls me Joe. So to hear Joey, wherever I'm walking, everyone I've seen, haven't seen over the years, it's always good to be reminded where you came from. So thank you. Good evening, everyone. It's an incredible honor to be standing here tonight, being inducted into the Putnam Valley Hall of Fame. I want to begin by thanking the committee and everyone who made this evening possible. I'm truly humbled to be recognized among so many outstanding individuals who represent the heart and pride of this community. First and foremost, I would like to thank my mom and dad, Joe and Diana. Your unwavering support, sacrifice, and belief in me has been the foundation of everything I've accomplished to date. You've taught me the value of hard work, humility, and showing up every day with purpose. I wouldn't be here without you. Bakes, thank you for being a mentor, a leader, and someone who always pushed me to realize my own potential, even when I didn't. Your example helped mold not just athletes, but good people, which is more important than anything else, in doing the right thing. You taught me that success isn't given, it's earned, through preparation, accountability, and discipline. Putnam Valley has always been, and always has, had a proud culture of tradition of winning, not just on the field, but in the way we carry ourselves as a community. The pride lives in every hallway, locker room, and classroom. We were taught that discipline shapes your habits, and your habits define who you are. That's a lesson I've carried with me every step of the way. To my amazing wife, Stephanie, thank you for being my rock, my partner, and my biggest supporter. You've been with me through every challenge and failure, which there have been plenty along the way, and also every triumph. I couldn't have done this without your love and encouragement. And to my 3 incredible children, sitting and being noisy out there, which I apologize for, Olivia, Hudson, and Cooper, thank you for being here tonight, even though I know you had birthday parties, practices, and trainings to be at. Seeing your faces in the crowd means the absolute world to me. I hope tonight shows you what's possible when you work hard and stay true to who you are. This induction isn't just about me. It's about everyone who's been a part of the journey. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart, and go Tigers.
Once again, let's give a round of applause and a heartfelt congratulations to the newest members of the Putnam Valley Athletics Hall of Fame. Your contributions and legacy have left an indelible mark on our community, and we are proud to celebrate you tonight. We now shift our focus to recognizing those within our current athletic community who consistently go above and beyond in support of our student athletes. These individuals play a vital role in shaping the culture, values, and success of our programs. We are proud to honor the Putnam Valley Athletics Coach of the Year. Here to present this award is Coach Danny Turner.
Oh, thanks, guys. Hi, everybody. I've had the privilege of coaching here at Putnam Valley for the past 17 years. Over that time, I've coached wrestling, baseball, softball, and field hockey at both middle and high school levels. While coaching modified and high school sports is most enjoyable as a coach because of the fun you have watching student athletes learn, grow, and develop into their future selves, much of the pleasure for me has also come from the experiences that I've had with other coaches in each of the respective programs I've been a part of. As we all know, Putnam Valley has had a fairly successful athletic program throughout its history. If you take a look around the gymnasium and athletic hallway, you'll notice countless league, section, regional, and even a couple of New York State championships. Most people would define a player, coach, program, or school's success based on their overall win percentage. I consider myself very fortunate to stand here tonight to honor this year's Coach of the Year. Not just because she's been incredibly successful when it comes to the numbers she's produced, but also because she embraces all of the other, quite frankly, more important qualities of a successful coach. I could stand here for hours telling you war stories about her success on the field, but most of you already know them. What many of you may not be aware of is the amount of success she's achieved as a coach off the field and the countless hours of work behind the scenes. She's always available to her student athletes, always genuinely concerned about their well-being. She cares more about the person they will grow to become in the future than the rough draft they are of themselves now. I've always been so impressed by her commitment not only to the sport, but more importantly, the athletes. The amount she knows about each of the kids both on and off the field is truly amazing. You might wonder how she knows so much about them, and it's simply because these girls truly trust her and she truly cares about them. She's taught them through her dedication to them, their sport, and their lives that they truly matter to not only the program or the school, but to her and everyone around them. She always expects everyone's best effort, not just to make her look good as a coach on the field. She expects it because she knows that each of those girls who puts their best foot forward today will become better people tomorrow because of it. From volunteering her time for Summer League, committing to late nights and weekends during Winter League, dedicating countless hours after school and practice to improving the program, the team, and the individuals themselves. She's proven herself to be this year's Coach of the Year. I'd wager one of the best coaches in Putnam Valley history. Let's congratulate one of the hardest working, most caring, passionate, knowledgeable, and dedicated coaches that Putnam Valley has ever known. Putnam Valley's first ever coach to bring home a state championship in 2005, only a couple of years into having a varsity program. The coach of this fall's Section 1 field hockey champions, Putnam Valley's 24-25 Coach of the Year, Miss Tracy Parchin. Do you have any idea? I have no idea. I know, I almost slipped before.
Goodness, I'm like nervous. Thank you. Goodness, do I have to say something? Thank you, everybody. I just want to thank you for this award. I literally had no idea. Actually, my heart's like pounding a little bit because I really was not expecting this at all. I do want to thank my girls. They're the ones that really make it so special for me to coach, and I feel like they're the reason why I love it so much. Their personalities, their hard work, their desire to always be better as athletes is really what keeps me coming every day and wanting to be out on the field with them. I truly love being with them and being coaches to the girls that I come across. I'm very honored. Thank you, Ms. Turner, for your very nice speech. And congratulations to everybody out there. Once again, all the inductees that got up tonight. I felt like you guys gave great speeches, hopefully to motivate all of you other younger athletes out there. And congratulations to all. Thank you.
Next, I would like to bring up Coach Ryan L. Sasser to speak on someone who is committed to athletics.
Full disclosure, I was the second pick for this. So the speech was written by Coach Wilson. So if it's good, I'll take the credit. If it's bad, that goes to her. Good evening. Today I want to take a moment to recognize someone truly special in our school community. Behind every successful athlete and every strong team, there's a person working tirelessly behind the scenes, someone who not only treats injuries, but also prevents them and supports every player through the ups and downs of competition. Miss S plays an essential role in athletics here at Putnam Valley High School. She is more than just a caregiver. She's a coach, a mentor, a cheerleader, and sometimes, a lot of times, even a counselor. Whether it's staying late after practice to tape an ankle, guiding athletes through recovery, or educating our teams on health and safety, her commitment is unwavering. Miss S balances so many responsibilities, managing equipment, monitoring health protocols, and coordinating with coaches and parents, all while keeping the well-being of our athletes as her top priority. This dedication often goes unnoticed, but it's absolutely essential to the success and safety here at Putnam Valley. We are also lucky to have such a compassionate, skilled, and dependable person looking out for our student athletes. We see the hard work, the long hours, and the passion she brings to this role every day. So on behalf of all of the athletes, coaches, and families, thank you for everything you do. Your support makes a difference, not just on the field, court, and mats, but in the lives of our student athletes. Let's give a big round of applause to our amazing athletic trainer, a true champion behind the scenes, Miss S, for receiving the Commitment to Athletics Award.
So while Miss S is up here, she's going to introduce our next award winner as a champion of support.
Hello, everyone. Thank you to Mr. Webb and to Mr. Elsasser for that. That was very kind. I am up here now to introduce our champion of support. First, I would like to congratulate all of the Hall of Fame inductees and extend a very big thank you to all of the coaches for everything they do in season and out. The main focus tonight is the incredible accomplishments of our wonderful student athletes and to celebrate their success. But there is one very special community member that the athletics department would be remiss if we did not take a moment to recognize and celebrate as well. This person takes the phrase champion of support, embodies it, and puts her own twist on it. You've seen this person on the sidelines of many different athletic fields, mats, and courts. With her camera in one hand, mug of tea in the other, and her infectious attitude, she is always cheering on the Putnam Valley Tigers. Her catchy catchphrases and positive words are hard to miss, and not just because she's always projecting them at a volume 10, but because she's truly speaking from the heart. She's been a staple on the sidelines and has also worked tirelessly behind the scenes, fundraising, organizing, and advocating for our programs, coaches, and athletes. Thanks to her efforts, we have been able to provide our student athletes with resources they need to thrive. New equipment, upgraded facilities, opportunities that extend far beyond the playing field, and memories to last a lifetime. Part of her charm is she does not and never will take no for an answer. She somehow finds the time in her busy schedule as the proud mom of two multi-season Putnam Valley student athletes and the newly appointed CEO of her company to have served in various leadership roles of many Putnam Valley organizations and committees. To name a few: president of the Touchdown Club, president of the Education Foundation, parent involvement with the Booster Club, member of the Building Steering Committee, member of the Superintendent's Advisory Committee, member of the Capital Project Committee, member of the District Safety Committee, a longstanding leadership role with the Putnam Valley Youth Football Club, and the list goes on and on and on and on. So whether she's planning pasta dinners, organizing fundraisers, doing the Tiger Rumble with our cheerleaders, or setting off her very own fireworks show, Nina Esposito is constantly and consistently showing up and showing out for Putnam Valley athletics and Putnam Valley as a community. So people, please join me in celebrating the 2025 Champion of Support, Mrs. Nina Esposito.
You were great. Love you. Let's take a selfie real quick. Oh, okay. Hold on, people. Real quick. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Let me say something. I'm just going to say, I love the Valley. I love everything about it. My heart bleeds blue. I am going to miss this entirely way too much that we probably shouldn't. But for the very last time, let's go Valley, let's go boys, let's go girls. Thank you very much.
Next, I'd like to bring up one of our student athletes, Dylan Tucker, to present an award on legacy of leadership and coaching.
Good evening, everyone. I want to take a few minutes to talk about someone who's meant a lot to me and to the entire PV community, Coach J.D. Apostolico. I've known Coach J.D. since I was little, like really little. Back when I thought a screen was something on a window, and I was fully convinced I'd be a point guard forever. Clearly, that dream didn't last long. Let's say my shooting form and a growth spurt had other plans. But from the very beginning, Coach J.D. was there, teaching me more than just how to play basketball. He taught me how to carry myself and how to be disciplined and how to be part of something bigger than myself. One moment I'll never forget was during my junior year, when I came to him about joining the team late. I honestly didn't know what to expect. Maybe a polite thanks but no thanks, or a quick you missed your shot. But instead, he looked at me and said, "You can do it, but it's going to take a lot of work. You're going to have to earn it," and he meant it. That stuck with me, because Coach J.D. never handed anything to anyone. He believed in effort and growth and in doing things the right way. Because of that, I earned my spot. He helped me work my way back, and even more importantly, he helped me embrace my role on the team. Not as a flashy guard I thought I'd be when I was little, but as a big man. And honestly, I learned to love it. Setting hard screens, protecting the paint, crashing the boards, doing all the little things that don't always make the highlight reel. Coach helped me realize how valuable that is. There are definitely days I didn't want to be at practice, days when I'd rather be sleeping in after a long night, or just relaxing after school, but Coach never let me take the easy way out. He held me to a higher standard. He taught me how to show up even when I didn't feel like it, how to lead by example, and how to take pride in the work that doesn't always show up on the stat sheet. Coach J.D., you've been more than just a coach to me. You've been a mentor, a motivator, and a father figure. The lessons you've taught me about work ethic, humility, and commitment are things I'll carry with me long after the last whistle blows. So thank you. Thank you for believing in me, for pushing me, and for shaping me not just to a better player, but into a better man. I may not be the best shooter on the team, although I do have range when I'm in the gym alone. But you helped me find pride in the role that mattered most. Thank you, Coach J.D. Now please join me in welcoming to the stage Coach J.D. Apostolico as we honor him with the Legacy of Leadership and Coaching Award. On behalf of all student athletes, he has coached at Putnam Valley and throughout his coaching career.
Those of you who know me, I just can't talk right now. He got me. He got me good. Love you guys and appreciate this. Thank you very much.
To recognize another coach for legacy of leadership and coaching, I'd like to bring up Zach Fitzmaurice.
Coach Sawyer has been coaching with Putnam Valley for nearly a decade at this point. It's been a good few years. And in that time, she has had many amazing accomplishments. Multiple league wins in both cross country and track, third at counties in track, tons of all-league athletes, many all-counties, and multiple runners that went off to states and went off to nationals. Her record speaks for herself. But past just the numbers and accomplishments, Sawyer is just an amazing coach by just being an amazing person, always being there for you and helping you when you need it. Her deep knowledge and dedication have created a team environment unlike any other. At this point, there are few that have known the sports of cross country or track and field here at Putnam Valley without Sawyer as a coach, and the future certainly won't be the same without her. This is all why we're honored to award you for the legacy you've built and with the highest levels of leadership throughout. Tonight, we are proud to honor her with the Legacy of Leadership and Coaching Award for the program she's built and the lives she's shaped along the way. Please come to the stage, Coach Sawyer.
Thank you, Zach. I was not expecting this. I thought I was just leaving quietly. But thank you so much. The last 8 years have been amazing. I think I counted 18 seasons between cross-country, indoor, and outdoor track. And I have really enjoyed every minute of it and watching you guys grow from not knowing that, a meet is 7 hours to then becoming these amazing athletes and watching you guys go on to college as well. So thank you.
Once again, congratulations to those within our athletic community who were just recognized for their outstanding support and contributions. Your dedication to our student athletes helped shape the positive culture and success we're so proud of here at Putnam Valley. Thank you. As we continue this evening, we want to take a moment to reflect on what has been a truly incredible year for Putnam Valley athletics, a year marked by excellence, dedication, and pride, both athletically and in the classroom. Our student athletes and teams accomplished some truly remarkable feats this year. 247 Scholar Athlete Awards, 113 All-League selections, 37 All-Section selections, 2 All-State selections, 6 League championships, 4 Section 1 team championships, 2 individual Section 1 champions, a Con Edison Scholar Athlete, a regional finalist, a regional champion, 3 state championship team finalists, 2 individual state finalists, and 3 individual state podium finishes. And for the first time in school history, Putnam Valley was named as a New York State Public High School Athletic Association School of Excellence, an honor given to schools where over 75% of our varsity teams maintain a 90 or above average during their respective seasons. This distinction is a testament to the balance our student athletes achieve between academic and athletic excellence. Our next slide proudly highlights the names of those recognized as New York State Public High School Athletic Association individual scholar athletes. Each of these student athletes maintained a GPA of 90 or above while participating in their sport, a remarkable achievement that truly reflects the meaning of student first and student athlete. Please hold your applause till the end. I should have put music here. Yeah. Before we move into our individual teams, we also want to recognize our merge athletic programs and the athletes from those teams, including our boys and girls swimming, as well as boys and girls ice hockey. While they may not wear Putnam Valley uniform, they represent our school with pride. A special shout out to the merge girls ice hockey team who were crowned Section 1 champions this season. As we move into our varsity team awards, we will begin with the fall season. Each varsity program will honor student athletes in the following categories. Most Valuable Player, awarded to the individual whose performance, leadership, and impact have been vital to their team's success. The Tiger Award of Excellence, the highest honor given to a student athlete who embodies leadership, teamwork, character, and integrity across all areas of their program. And recognition to those who were selected for the Section 1 All-Sportsmanship Team, individuals who exemplify fairness, civility, respect, leadership, and perseverance throughout the season. Additional team and individual recognitions have been listed on the bottom of each team's slide. Let's begin with our fall recognitions. First, we have cross country and Coach Sawyer.
Hello, I'm joined by Assistant Coach Nina Bevilacqua, who's going to be handing out the awards. We have been working together for the last 6 seasons, and it's been lovely. Let's see, so we're going to start with the Tiger of Excellence and the all-sportsmanship team, because it just so happens that the recipient for both awards is the same for both boys and girls. So we will start with our male Tiger of Excellence and all-sportsmanship team player. Zachary Fitzmaurice. For 4 years, Zachary has exhibited a fierce loyalty to his teammates, dedication to his own development as a long-distance runner, and unparalleled sportsmanship towards other teams. He gave inspirational speeches to the Putnam Valley boys and girls teams before every race, varsity, JV, and freshman. He got to know each runner on our team personally and did his best to inspire them to be their best selves. He was always quick to congratulate runners from other teams on a race well run, too. His words and actions brought out the best in other people throughout the season. Congratulations, Zachary. Our female recipient for both the Tiger of Excellence and the All Sportsmanship Award is Madison Keeler. Maddie brings her best self to practice every day. She leads by example through hard work, determination, and grit. She welcomes the new teammates with enthusiasm and makes every team member feel like they belong. She also is the driving force behind our Instagram account during cross country. Maddie's contributions to the team, both on and off the trail, are invaluable. Congrats, Maddie. Okay, on to MVP for cross country. I will start with our girl MVP. Not sure if she's here. Chloe Gessel. I don't think she's here. Okay. I'm still going to give the speech. This was Chloe's first season running cross country, and she took the section by storm. She came in second at leagues, 7th at counties, and 15th at sectionals. She made all-league first team and Northern Counties first team. She had the 4th fastest time in school history for a female, with a 5K time of 20 minutes and 34 seconds. I'm very excited to see what Chloe does in the duration of her cross-country career. Our other MVP is on his way. He was stuck doing something else. I will speak my speech for him, and he'll be here eventually. Jonathan Duraeus. Jonathan has been a long-distance powerhouse for 4 years, and his senior season was no exception. Jonathan broke the school's long-held 5K boys record by 18.7 seconds with a time of 16 minutes and 21 seconds. Jonathan came in second at leagues and had the 5th fastest time in Section 1, Class C. He medaled at every race he participated in this year. Jonathan was all-league first team and all-county second team. His speed and race strategy will remain legend among PVXC. So congratulations to Jonathan.
Next, for boys soccer, I'd like to bring up Coach Harrison Deacon.
All right. So for boys soccer, our MVP and sportsmanship award went to Andrew Puya. Is Andrew here? Andrew? No? I don't see Andrew, but I'll give the speech anyways. So Andrew was the anchor of our defense this year, constantly making outstanding plays in the back. Andrew has shown improvement every year, starting as a rotation player at midfield and defense, and now being one of the best defensive players in our league. He was the leader of our team this season and found ways to motivate his teammates through his toughness and never quit attitude. Andrew had an amazing career as a member of the boys soccer program, and he will be missed next season. We wish him the best of luck. And then our Tiger Award of Excellence was Andy Rucci. Is Andy here? I don't think Andy's here either. But Andy Rucci has been a pillar at right back for the boys soccer team for the last 4 seasons. He has made countless game-saving plays, shutting down the opposing team's wingers, while even scoring an occasional goal. Andy displayed tremendous dedication to the team while organizing workouts in the off-season and staying after practice most days to get extra reps in. Andy stepped into a leadership role this year and was an amazing mentor to the younger players on our team while constantly leading by example. Andy's positive attitude will be missed, and we wish him the best of luck.
Next up, for girls soccer, Coach Keenan Deegan.
Again, I want to welcome everybody here tonight. Our Recipient of the Tiger Award of Excellence goes to a sophomore, a person who has no off switch. She always gives the very best when she's on the field. She's committed to playing year-round and makes everybody around her better. I had to switch her from offense to defense because we couldn't stop people from scoring, and where she flourished and was awarded All-League this year, Brooke Van Valkenburg. Congratulations, Brooke.
Thank you.
Did you know?
No.
Thank you. Good job. Central to our success this year is a senior, three-time captain, All-League, and honorable mention, all-section player. She was the heart and soul of our team. Mia had to be also moved from offense to defense, where she had to take over the most difficult position, that sweeper. She became the backbone of our defense. She is the recipient of the Section 1 All-Sportsmanship team and is our MVP. But with Mia, the thing that impresses me more than anything is not all the things I could say about her as a player. It's her character. She's just an outstanding player and person, and was a great example and will be greatly missed next year. As this year's MVP, she will be attending also Salve Regina this fall. Mia Borchek. Thank you.
Next, we have football and Coach Ryan Elsasser.
For football, I'm going to start off with the Sportsmanship Award, which we've decided to give to Mike Turner. This award was a no-brainer for anyone that has had the opportunity to watch Mike Turner play and practice. Mike brought a lightheartedness combined with intense work ethic to every situation on the field. He was a player that the team would rally behind for other reasons than long passes, interceptions, or touchdowns. People would rally behind him for his personality and the examples he set during conditioning and practices. He, of course, is a great player, but it was the little things that he did right that stood out the most. He would help bring his teammates up when they needed it. He would throw an opposing player on the ground and be the first to have his hand out to pick them up. Mike was a true example of what sportsmanship was about. The next is the Tiger Award of Excellence for football. We gave this award to Jay Constantino. This award could have been given to many of the players on this year's team. You had Mikey Fry, Mateo Dobra, Jojo Esposito, and many more were effective and productive teammates. However, Jay Constantino stood out for this award just a bit more. He was a quiet spark plug. I know quiet's hard to believe with him, but he was pretty quiet out there for the team. He continually came up with big plays in big situations. He had 7 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. One of the many Jaybird, as I called them, moments that stood out the most when contemplating this award was a game where he made a very athletic interception diving for the ball, immediately went on offense, and caught a touchdown pass across the middle of the field. These were the type of things that he was known for. Jay will no longer be wearing the pads, but he will still be diving for balls playing baseball at Division II Holy Family University. Congratulations.
Next up is the MVP for football. And this one, I think, was a pretty clear pick this year with Caden Glenn. It was clear that Caden was the most valuable player in Section 1, Class C. He was an unstoppable force on offense and a player that opposing coaches planned to avoid on defense. Caden broke the single-season receiving record, both the single season at 22 and the career touchdown record at 26, and sits as the second for the career receiving record. This solidified him as a member of the 1,000-yard club for football. When the ball was in his hands, the team was confident that he would get the job done on the field. I'm very proud of Caden, and it was clear that he was not only the MVP of the league, but certainly the MVP of our team. I wish him all the luck continuing his football and academic career at Division I Davidson College.
Next, we have girls volleyball and Coach Scavelli.
Okay. All right, I'm going to start with our Section 1 Sportsmanship Award recipient, who is Julia DeMichael. So this season, when our only setter was unable to attend a few games due to sickness, we turned to Julia to play a position she never did before. When I asked her to set during the last week of the regular season, she said, "Of course, I'll do whatever the team needs." When you're a coach and you're put in a situation like that, where you have no idea what you're going to do, in one of the most crucial weeks of the season, having a player like Julia immediately calmed my nerves. Julia is the type of player who always remains positive, treats her coaches, teammates, and opponents with respect. Regardless of the score or whether she was on the court or not, she cheers on her teammates and encourages them in uncomfortable situations, even when she was in an uncomfortable situation herself. Congratulations, Julia, on such a great season, and we are looking forward to having you back in the gym this fall. Okay, next is the Tiger Award of Excellence. So my speech is a little long, so I'll try to go through it fast, as Miss S told me. So our Tiger Award of Excellence is going to be awarded to Abby Hausgen. So I'm going to bring it back to Abby's freshman year, just to give you a little insight into how she became the backbone of this program. As some of you may know, I own a volleyball club. Unlike some of my competitors, I'd never recruit players. It's just my personal preference. Well, it was about halfway through Abby's freshman year, and I was watching the JV matches, so I had seen how much Abby has grown as a teammate and a player. I was sitting in the bleachers of Blindbrook High School with Sam and Christina, who were not coaches at Putnam Valley at the time, talking about our club tryouts that were going to happen the next day. As I was watching the match, I see Abby not only working hard for every point, but continuing to encourage her teammates and cheer them on. At that moment, I knew Abby had it, whatever that it is that we all know. So I turned to Sam and my sister, and I said, "Look at this girl, we need her." And after that match, I went up to Abby and I told her, "I don't ever do this, but I think you need to try out for Oxygen." So after the match, Abby went and asked her parents, of course, after making sure it didn't conflict with track. She tried out. And that was the day she became the only player I've ever recruited to Oxygen Volleyball Club. Later that season, I was missing a player for a tournament, so I went to Abby and I asked her to play with the varsity team. Without hesitation, she agreed and showed up the next day ready to go, despite being totally unprepared to play at this level. Fast forward to her sophomore year, Abby became the starting outside on a varsity team that made section finals for the first time in program history. She worked tirelessly day in and day out to prove to the 7 seniors she wasn't just an underclassman. Then, in her junior year, she becomes a 6th position player on a team that makes program history again by winning the first ever section championship, before falling short in the state regional finals. Abby earned all-league, all-section, and 4th team all-state honors that season. So going into this past season, we knew it was going to be high pressure, given how successful and historic our last 2 seasons were. Everybody was out to beat Putnam Valley. When we were deciding captains, we knew we needed a player who her teammates would count on and off the court. Someone who could battle through difficult situations and would keep her teammates grounded. Someone who would work hard for every point during a game, but also push her teammates to work harder in practice. And that player, without a doubt, through all of her experiences, was Abby. Unfortunately, this season, we fell short to eventual state champions Blindbrook in an intense 5-set match in section semifinals. In that same gym, I saw all the potential in freshman year Abby. I knew I was going to do this. Was the same player I knew she would become 3 seasons later. I am so proud to have had the opportunity to coach you, and I know, oh my God, these 4 kids of mine just drain all my emotion. She is the definition of what this award represents, and I know she will be incredibly successful at Stonehill College next year. Congratulations, Abby. Okay. So if you talk about Putnam Valley volleyball, you have to talk about Izzy Picard. 2 years ago, I said Izzy was the most dominant freshman in Section 1. Last year, I said she was the most dominant sophomore. Well, this year, I can confidently say she is the most dominant player. During this season, Izzy was named Yorktown Tournament All-Team. She received all-league, all-section, and 4th team all-state honors. She became the first player in program history to receive all-state honors more than once. She was also named League Player of the Year. Izzy recorded 440 kills this season on 867 swings. Yes, that is higher than 50%. During our section semifinal match, she became the first player in program history to surpass 1,000 career kills, which is an incredible accomplishment for any player, let alone in your junior season. Izzy also led our team in aces at 78 and blocks at 45. She had the top serve-receive rating with a 1.98 on a perfect 3-point scale. Also, if you didn't know, last year, Izzy received numerous Division I offers on the day NCAA recruitment opened before she decided to verbally commit to the United States Naval Academy later in that afternoon. Congratulations, Izzy, on another successful season. I cannot wait to see what you are able to accomplish in your final season before you head to Navy.
Next up, we have field hockey and Coach of the Year, Tracy Parchin.
First, I'd like to start off with just thanking my team for a great season this year. I want to also recognize my captains, Julia, Kate Nielsen, Maggie Caputo, and Izzy Walters for leading our team and always being there and doing such a great job as our captains. As well as our seniors, if you're out there, I don't know who's here tonight, but we will miss you guys, so I just wanted to recognize all of you. So as far as our awards go for this year, we'll start with, I'm going to start with the Tiger Award of Excellence and All Sportsmanship Award Team. It's, for me, I guess it's kind of combined together. It is my absolute privilege to present this year's Field Hockey Award of Excellence an honor that goes far beyond an individual stats and wins. This award recognizes a player who consistently demonstrates excellence in every sense of the word. She brings intensity, focus, and passion to each practice and game, but more importantly, she leads with integrity, respect, and heart. She is the kind of player every coach hopes to have, driven, disciplined, and always striving to be better, whether it's mastering new skills, pushing through tough drills, or rising to meet the pressure of competition. She shows up fully, not just for herself, but for her team. Her positivity, sportsmanship, and unwavering commitment to the game of field hockey have set her standard that inspires everyone around her. Tonight we recognize not just her athletic ability, but her attitude, leadership, and her example she sets for others. Congratulations to this year's Award of Excellence recipient, Maggie Caputo. I don't know if she's here. Is Maggie here? Oh, there she is. As well as the all sportsmanship team, sorry. I always feel bad. She's a defender for us as well, and she was an all-section. She's an all-section player, and I always feel like for us defense, I feel like they don't get all these like crazy stats, but she is unbelievable in the back for us. She's our sweeper, and she has stopped plenty of goals, and she's just she's unbelievable in the back for us. I'm lucky to have her for one more year. Thankfully. Thank you. Okay, and tonight I also have the honor of recognizing a player whose dedication and heart have made a lasting impact on our team. This athlete is consistently led by example, not just through her skill in the field, but more importantly for her unbelievable work ethic, her fierce determination, and the way she, more importantly, I'm sorry, wait, where am I here? And the way she pours her heart into every moment of the game, whether it's practice or an extra important game, she gives everything she has every single time. And I know her teammates know that from her. She never gives up in anything that she ever does. But what truly sets her apart is not just what she does for herself, but what she does for her team. She's the first to lift up her teammates, to offer encouragement, to celebrate other successes as if they were her own. She's humble, coachable, and always eager to learn, constantly pushing herself to improve while never losing sight of the team around her. It is with great pride that I present this year's Most Valuable Player Award to Julia Toth. Julia was also an all-section player for us this year and also a defender. We have moved her around a couple times throughout the season due to different things and injuries, but again, always willing to do what she needs to do to help her teammates and help the team out. Congratulations.
Unfortunately, Coach Wilson was unable to stay this evening as our cheer team had a prior event that they're all in attendance. So on behalf of Coach Wilson, cheerleading will close out our fall program and we'll start our winter program. While these student athletes are not here in attendance due to that commitment, we want to recognize the following from our cheerleading program. MVP, Ava Jacobson. The Tiger Award of Excellence, Gabriella Patino. Section 1, All Sportsmanship Team, Cameron Delamater. And as we know, our game day cheer was second in the state this year and a state finalist. Moving into our winter season and our competitive cheerleading team. Our MVP, Madeline Munir. The Tiger Award of Excellence, Angelina Ramo. And Section 1, All Sportsmanship Team, Ava Petrillo. They also competed at the state championships in the winter season and placed third. Next up, wrestling, Coach Carana.
All right. A bittersweet night for me, actually, in a way, because two of the most important men in my life are here, Pat Bellino and Bill Conroy. And I know when I leave here, they're going to see me because they both hired me to coach wrestling in 1999. And they're going to be like, we hired you to be the wrestling coach, not a big crybaby. So I can't wait to hear that, but it's so good to see those guys. Sportsmanship. Let me tell you, wrestling is unique because in wrestling, sportsmanship awards are given and awarded by the referees of Section 1. It is a full Section 1 referee award, and we are the only team in Section 1 to get this award twice. So for me, I have a whole team of good sportsmanship or great sportsmanship athletes. But I just picked this one as maybe a hair or two above the rest because I had so many referees come up to me and tell me that, man, this kid is a class act. Whether he wins or loses, he's a class act. Sportsmanship award is, and actually before I introduce him because he's up there twice, the second award that you see for him is the Tiger Award of Excellence. So Nick is a three-sport athlete. He is a three-time top 3 in Section 1. He's a 2-time all-section finalist, runner-up. And the only people he lost to were guys that were top-ranked in the state. And this kid, out of everybody in my career, I don't think I've ever seen a kid wrestle against top competition in almost every single match that he's been in. He just had not the worst luck, because I always say to my athletes, and if they're here somewhere, you guys know what I say, right? Why do the sport if you're not in it to beat someone you're not supposed to beat? And Nick Panessa did that in droves. So sportsmanship and Tiger Award of Excellence goes to Nick Panessa. John Hanson. The #1 fastest growing sport in the United States for probably well over 10 years now, girls wrestling. I'm pretty sure it's in all 50 states. Mr. Webb might know those stats better than me in terms of the coverage across the country, but it's a pretty amazing thing to see because you used to see a sprinkle of female athletes on the boys wrestling team and they would have to wrestle boys, and that was not always a good thing. It's a tough thing for girls to wrestle against boys. So to see New York State and the other 49 states wake up and start to organize for them and form their own leagues, sections, and states and national level tournaments was pretty amazing to see. So for me, this year was historic because it was the first time Section 1 and all the sections of New York State had a Section 1 championship for girls wrestling only. And this particular individual was a runner-up. She lost in the finals to an eventual state champion. And by the way, that eventual state champion pinned everybody, dominated everybody. And our particular athlete gave her quite a run for a while in that section finals. The New York State Wrestling Tournament is unique in that they create 16 athlete brackets for the females. So she was lucky enough, because of her credentials as a competitor, to get a wild card. So she was actually invited to compete in the state tournament. She ended up getting a gift, which was a wild card. And we went up there, and in round 1, match 1, she lost. Very, very tough obstacle to navigate as a coach and an athlete. It's very difficult to come out of the gates in a tournament at that level and drop a match, because you are put in what is often called the hardest tournament within a tournament, and that is the run for third place, the consolation bracket. Well, this particular athlete turned around and stepped up and won 4 matches in a row. I can tell you, I've been coaching this sport for well over 35 years. That is exceptionally hard to do. Very few athletes can lose in the state tournament and bounce back and win and make their way through the blood round all the way to the consolation finals for third place, where she dropped a close match and ultimately took 4th. But that earned her historic all-state honors. So she is historically a first Section 1 championship finalist, and she is a New York State Girls Wrestling Championship all-state 4th place finisher. And that gave her the credentials I believe warrant her to be the most valuable wrestler this year for our team. Delina Gritz. She would really throw me. I got to be careful. Thank you.
Next, we have girls basketball, and we bring back up Coach Harrison Deegan.
All right, first I would like to welcome up to the stage our MVP, who is Yona Kabashi. Yona has had an incredible career as a member of the girls basketball team, winning multiple section championships and state Final Four appearances to go along with her personal accolades, including an all-conference, all-section, and all-state selection. Yona has shown tremendous improvement over the years as a result of her incredible work ethic and has helped her receive a Division II offer to play at Stack next year. Yona impacted winning by dominating the interior in every game while also hitting the occasional three to go along with her amazing leadership skills as a two-time captain. We thank Yona for being an amazing player and teammate and wish her the best of luck in her future athletic and academic career. All right, next up for our Sportsmanship and Tiger Award of Excellence, I would like to welcome Sophia Randazzo to the stage. Sophia does all the little things on and off the court that makes the difference between a good and a great team. On the court, Sophia is always giving 100% and makes plays, big plays when our team needs them. Sophia has always led our team with her leadership, bringing positive energy every day while helping create an amazing team culture. She creates a fun environment for our team with her humor, constantly making jokes, typically at my expense. And we thank Sophia for her efforts and look forward to what she can do next year.
Next, we have boys basketball and Coach J.D. Apostolico.
Come on up, guys. Get all three of you up here. Bada bing. Sorry, Coach, I got my rendition. It's large print. First, I just want to start off by congratulating all the student athletes that are here. What was it, 247? Yes. 247 scholar athletes. Take all the sports accolades, put them to the side. What's most important, I don't know if it's been done before, but congratulations on that achievement. Real quick, I just want to give another shout out to Miss S. For you parents that are here that really haven't known Miss S, because was light on the injuries. I can't tell you about having the best athletic trainer in section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I've been coaching high school sports for over 35 years, and we always didn't have, an athletic trainer, and by far one of the best in the business. Miss S, thank you so much. I'm joined by Associate Head Coach Ron King, and I asked Coach Deegans to stay up here, and I'll tell you why in a couple of minutes. Our first presentation, again, it's my pleasure to recognize and honor Senior Angelo Brescia. Angelo, come on up here, buddy. Angelo is our recipient of the Section 1 All Sportsmanship Award. This award represents much more than athletic ability. It speaks to character, leadership, and heart. Angelo exemplifies every value this award stands for: fair and appropriate play, unwavering support of his teammates, and a deep respect for both opponents and officials alike. His civility and sportsmanship has consistently set the standard, not just in games, but in practices, the locker room, and beyond. Angelo is much more than a teammate. He's a mentor, a role model. He understands the roles of the game and applies them with integrity, and he leads not with words alone, but through action, perseverance, and an unshakable commitment to his team. Whether he's on the court or off, Angelo always goes above and beyond. He's the first to arrive, the last to leave, and always willing to do whatever is best for the team. He tells a hell of a joke, too. Coaching him has been an absolute pleasure. His attitude, effort, and example have left a lasting impression on everyone around him. For me, a lot of it, and Coach Carano, it's okay to cry, buddy. Coach Valvano, 1993 at the ESPYs Award. If you can laugh, think, and cry during the day, it's been a hell of a day. And my players will tell you that Coach shed a tear or two, especially in the locker room. And I tell this for the young athletes, never be ashamed to express your emotions. That being said, a lot of these athletes that are here today, I had the pleasure of coaching when they were in 4th grade. And for coaching over 35 years, coaches will tell you, you'll never forget your first group of kids that you coach, and you'll never forget the last. I'm retiring after this year. I'm looking at some of the players that I've coached for the last time. I'll never forget you, and I love you all. So, Angelo, congratulations on this well-deserved honor. You represent the very best of what it means to be a student athlete in Section 1. Good job, buddy. Before I get into this next award, I just want to thank Mr. Webb for two things, for putting this award on. A lot of work goes into putting this, and Mr. Webb, thanks so much. And he also tweaked the category this year, which when he told me about it, I said outstanding, because the Tiger Award of Excellence fits a bigger criteria, and I think last year was the Rising Star. So this is a very good thing that we introduced this year. And this year, I'm proud to present the Tiger Award of Excellence, an honor bestowed upon an exceptional member of each Putnam Valley High School varsity team. This prestigious award recognizes those student athletes who demonstrate the highest levels of teamwork, leadership, and character, both on and off the field. This year's recipient, for the first time for boys basketball, is senior Brendan Mulcahy. Brendan, come on up, buddy. And Brendan is the perfect embodiment of what this award represents. Throughout the season, Brendan was a driving force in creating a positive and unifying team environment. He never missed a single practice, not once. He showed up every day, brought 120% energy and effort, and did it without ever complaining about playing time and seeking recognition. It's not on the sheet here, but I will also add, and I said this at the team dinner, it's not easy for a senior to play a sport and sit on the bench. A lot of things go in emotionally, with feelings and attitude, but this kid never complained about doing that. He accepted his role, and he made us much better because he brought every single day 100%, 120% energy and effort, and he did it all without complaining about playing time or seeking recognition. His dedication, work ethic, and selflessness attitude inspired the teammates and set the standard for what it means to lead by example. Brendan's leadership was evident not in loud speeches, but in quiet consistency. He competed with unwavering integrity, always showing deep respect for his teammates, coaches, and opponents of the game. His influence elevated not only our team, but also contributed to the proud reputation of Putnam Valley Athletics. Brendan is not only a remarkable athlete, he's an exceptional young man. His character, humility, and relentless drive will serve him well far beyond high school. And there's no doubt in my mind, in the mind of his teammates, he will serve no doubt in our minds that he will be incredibly successful in whatever Brendan chooses to do. It's with great pride that we honor Brendan Mulcahy with this year's Tiger Award of Excellence. Please give him a round of applause. Good job, big boy. Good job. All right, last but not least, most valuable player. Before I get into our recipient, I just want to, as a parent, I'm going to speak as a parent now real quick. Very hard to coach your kid, especially in high school. And I shared this at our awards dinner, that when Coach Al left, it was a no-brainer because I wanted to keep consistency in the program. When Coach McDonald left, I was approached by the AD, Brian Burrows, at the time to take over, and I said absolutely not. Apple was on the JV team. He was going to start his varsity career, and I just didn't want it it's the coach's kid, so on and so forth. So, I had the pleasure of bringing in Coach Al, and getting at to where I'm a parent, a lot goes into developing an athlete. And it's so competitive in today's world that, our student athletes are doing much more beyond the high school activities. There's AAU, travel baseball, Team 7 football camp, volleyball camp, traveling all over the place. And you parents know. But for me as a parent, there was a time where, you had to let go. Being a coach for 35 years, and I'm proud to say that there was some coaches beside myself that was instrumental in Apple's career. Coach Ron King runs a very successful AAU program. Apple took part of it. And then something that really stood out to me is Coach Deegan's. Coach Deegan's obviously is the girls basketball coach, very successful. He was also an outstanding basketball player here at Putnam Valley. So I would walk in the gym and I would see Coach working out Apple, taking up shots and all that stuff, really, getting after it after practice. I'm told of the stories, and I've seen a couple of games at 24-Hour Fitness where Coach would be on the floor with, a bunch of the players, working out. So, the little things like that makes our students, athletes better. So as a parent, I just want to thank Coach Deegan's, Coach Ron, thank you for the support and the development you've shown Apple through his career. I love you for that. So let's get to Apple. All right, James Apostolico. It's amazing how it's Apostolico, Apolacolo, and all that good stuff. I wish I had $1 for every time it was mispronounced, but that's okay. But our most valuable player award goes to James Apostolico. We're recognizing his exceptional contributions, leadership, and accomplishments both on and off the court. App, why don't you come up here? James capped off a remarkable senior season. He averaged 25.1 points and 6 rebounds, 4 assists per game, solidifying his status as one of the premier players in Section 1. Over his stellar 4-year varsity career, James achieved numerous milestones and left a lasting legacy, including he became the all-time leading scorer in Putnam Valley boys basketball history. He ended up with 1,422 points. He became a 1,000-point scorer early in the season this year. He's a Section 1 league MVP. He's the fourth leading scorer in Section 1 this year. And that's all AA, A, B, and C, D, E, F, G. He's a 3-time All-League honoree. He's a 4-year varsity letterman. He was the team MVP last year and again this year. He's a 4-year scholar athlete. And if you talk to him, that's probably what he's most proud of, that scholar athlete award. He's the first Putnam Valley recipient of the Con Edison Scholar Athlete Award in over 15 years. He joins Christy Deeney in achieving that accolade, and again, that's something that hasn't been done in 15 years. He was also a Section 1 Court of Excellence Award winner. He was recognized for outstanding student athletics for academic achievement, leadership, and sportsmanship. LOHUD Player of the Year, something that I'm proud of, and it was kind of our demise, and I see some of the young players that we have on the team. During the season, it was no surprise that we had 1 senior, 3 sophomores, and 1 freshman on the court. In the beginning of the season, we went up against 3 AAA schools, Saunders, Fox Lane, and Somers. And, we took care of business, won all 3 games, kind of put us on the map and the target. But that being said, the future looks bright for Putnam Valley boys basketball. And we should be proud of their accomplishments. He's all tournament team honors in those tournaments. Apple exemplifies what is meant to be a student athlete, demonstrating dedication, integrity, and leadership in every aspect of his high school career. Happy to say that he's going on to Manhattanville University, where he'll continue his education. He wants to be a history major and come back and teach high school history. He's also going to be playing basketball at Manhattanville. This year's most valuable player, and very proud of your son, and congratulations. You deserve everything you get. James Apostolico. All right, now for the next hour, we're going to know. Thank you, guys.
Next up, to close out our winter season and open our spring season, for track and field, both indoor and outdoor, Coach Sawyer.
I had to follow boys basketball and move the microphone down about 6 inches. First, I would like to talk about the Tiger of Excellence for the winter season for boys. It is Gage Morales. Now, Gage came to us as an 8th grader this year and quickly made a name for himself. In his first ever track season, he made it to nationals for middle school long jump, jumping well over 17 feet, his very first season. He then went on to place second in triple jump at spring state qualifiers against seniors, juniors, sophomores, freshmen. And he was first for 8th graders in the triple jump in New York State, and number 53 in the entire country for 8th graders. Gage reached these impressive stats through tireless dedication to his craft, being very conscious of taking care of himself and using constructive criticism to perfect his technique and reach ever upward. Also, he's going to be competing in nationals in long jump on Friday for the spring season, and we wish him all the luck. Our female Tiger of Excellence and All Sportsmanship Award winner for the winter is Saranda Rexepi. This winter marks Saranda's 4th season running with us, 2nd complete track and field season. Sometimes it takes a while to find the race that fits you perfectly, and this season, Saranda did just that. She became one of only 3 PV girls ever to have attempted the 1,500-meter race walk in the history of the school. When not many people on your team have done your event, it can be really hard to push yourself forward, to do those practices by yourself, and to not have a mentor on your side. But not for Saranda. She attacked every practice, every race, with pride and dedication. She listened to every piece of advice, and by the end of the winter season, had improved her race walk time by more than 1 minute and 50 seconds. Then, she went on in the spring to shave another second off of her race walk time and secure a silver medal at the section race walk championships. Congratulations, Saranda. Our male sportsmanship award for the winter season is Edgar Zavala. Edgar is the kind of team captain that you want to have. One who is knowledgeable, responsible, kind, and motivational. He knows how to encourage his fellow throwers from his own team as well as others. He's always on top of making sure all the throwing devices are present and accounted for on the way to and from a meet, and at practice. He will always offer to bring equipment to and from the bus, and every single day at practice, even when he's in soccer season, he will see me at the top of the hill coming down with the med kit, and he will grab it along with Jacob Riley, our other throwing coach, who is also super responsible, and he'll meet me to help me bring it down and give me a little less burden. He and Jacob have led a very, very young throwing team to all hit personal bests these last 2 seasons and to become much better technicians at their throws. Thank you to both of you for always having the best interest of your team at heart. I'm going to give the MVP awards now, and I want you guys to stay up for the spring season because you happen to be MVPs for both seasons. There really was no way around it. If you listen to the statistics from both seasons for both of these athletes, I had no choice. Neither did Bev. So our female MVP for indoor and outdoor track is Abby Hausgen. Abby broke her own school records in the 300 meter and the 600 meter this winter season. She received second team all-county recognition for her efforts in both the 300 and the 600. She was the league champion in both the 300 and the 600, thereby earning all-league status. Additionally, she was sectional champion in the 600 and in the top 100 in New York State. She was also the anchor leg of the county champion 4x400 relay team, for which she and her relay teammates, Julia Toth, Isabel Cui, and Lily Cottrell won all county first team honors and league. So congratulations for that. Stay up, I'll do spring in a second. Jonathan Patterson is our male MVP. JP also broke his own school record continuously in the 55 meter and the 300 meter during Indoor Track 2025. He won the county championship in the 55 with a PR of 6.69 seconds. He also won leagues in both the 55 and the 300 and sectionals in the 55. He placed third at sectionals in the 300 with a PR of 35 seconds. What? No. 35.9, okay, and was number 96 in the entire state. Abby Hausgen is our MVP for the spring season as well for girls. For spring season, many athletes and for the team as a whole, it builds upon the successes of the winter season. Many athletes do both seasons, so there is a lot of overlap. For those who showed great dedication and progress in the winter, it often pays off dividends in the spring. This was definitely true for both Abby and JP. Abby continued to dominate Class C and Northern counties in the spring. She was the league champion in both the 200 and the 400 meters, county champion in the 400 meter, and second in the 400 and third in the 200 at sectionals. She placed first at state qualifiers in the 400, winning herself a ticket to states and breaking the 7-year school record in a time of 59 seconds, .33. She received all league and all county first team honors for both the 200 and the 400. Congratulations, Abby. JP, his high school career has been an ever upward climb. As a freshman, JP was new to the sport. He had a 13.04 second 100 meter as a freshman. We saw potential in this new recruit. He was always at practice, always bringing his best. Last year, he broke the school record that had stood since 2016. This year, his goals were clear. Break 11 seconds in the 100 meters, make it to states, and beat his arch rival. He did all of those things and more. He broke his own record in the 100 and the 200 meter countless times. The records now stand at 10.97 seconds and at 22.19 seconds, which are pretty darn fast. He won the 100 and 200 at leagues, the 200 at counties, the 100 at state qualifiers, and got the New York State qualifying standard at state qualifiers for the 200 and placed second, thus punching his ticket to states. There, he made it to the podium in the 100 and the 200 for the entire state, Class C. He placed third in the 100 and fifth in the 200. He earned all-league and all-county first team, and both Abby's and JP's performances will be those that future PV track stars will set as their goals for years to come. Congratulations to both of you. Okay, the Tiger of Excellence Award. Once again, Edgar Zavala. You can be sure that every day of practice, rain or shine, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, winter or spring, Edgar will be there. And he will do all of the work that he has been asked to do. And it pays off. His throw has improved, and his javelin throw has, his discus throw has improved by 27 feet, and his javelin throw by 20 feet since last spring. He is only a sophomore. Keep doing what you're doing, Edgar. We can't wait to see how you will grow over the next 2 years. Our Female Tiger of Excellence Award is Chloe Gessel. To me, the Tiger... Sorry, go ahead. To me, the Tiger of Excellence is an award for athletes who show dedication to their practice. No one does this more than Chloe. Additionally, a Tiger of Excellence is one who trusts in the bigger picture and does what needs to be done to be the best they can be and to help their team. Chloe loves to run the long distances, but understands that to be your best, even at the long distances, sometimes you have to go out of your comfort zone and do the short speed workouts or run a little less to give your body the rest it needs. And that sometimes you have to do the races that your team needs you to do in order to win. A 3,000-meter runner filling in on a 4x400-meter relay in the pouring rain after running a 3,000-meter and a 1,500-meter and an 800-meter to get your team as many points as possible at leagues, that's a Tiger of Excellence, and that's exactly what Chloe did at our league championship this season. So congratulations to Chloe. The All Sportsmanship Award, our male recipient for that is going to be Brandon Loha. Brandon is the kind of athlete who will run a race that is a little longer or a little shorter than he trained for if that's what the situation calls for. He is always kind. He has never shown any disrespect to his coaches or his teammates or teammates from other teams. He is the epitome of kindness, thoughtfulness, and grace. Congratulations, Brandon. And Abby Hugheskin is our All Sportsmanship Award winner. Abby is the type of athlete who does what needs to be done for the sake of her team. She will run the 400, the 200, the 4x1, and the 4x4 all in one meet, so we have a shot at winning. She will also give up a spot on a winning relay team. To give someone else an opportunity to run. She has been an undying supporter of runners from our team as well as runners from other schools. She is quick to congratulate her opponents, whether she won or whether they did. She respects the athlete in all of them. Congratulations, Abby. Okay, thank you. I'm done, finally.
Next up, for boys golf, we have Coach Ryan Elsasser.
The winner for the MVP and the Sportsmanship Award is the same person. Anyone that knows about Putnam Valley Golf has heard the name Jackson Weller. Jackson finished the season with a differential of around a 1.99. For those of you who do not know what that means, it means that he is very good. This placed him in the top 10 of golfers in all of Section 1. Golf does not go based on class of school, the size. This means that he was in the top 10 of all golfers in every school within Section 1. He has a passion and a drive to be the best and continues to work towards that each season. He is a leader on the team and a name well known around Section 1 golf. He is always willing to help his teammates with a new skill or a correction in their swing to help them develop into a better golfer. Some call him Coach Weller. Not only is Jackson the MVP for the team, but he is also receiving the Sportsmanship Award. Golf is based on honesty and integrity. There are few golfers around the section that take that as seriously as Jackson. Not only does he hold himself to the highest standard of honest play, however, he holds the entire team to it. He is not afraid to stand up for what is right, and he always kept the integrity of the game at the forefront of how he plays. And that's why he's our MVP and Sportsmanship Award recipient. And again, 1.99 is very, very good. The Tiger Award of Excellence. That was an early clap there. This up-and-coming star of the program is receiving the Tiger Award of Excellence based on his gameplay, honesty, and enjoyment of the game. Nick came onto the team this year as a freshman and hit the course running. He carries an excitement about golf with him to each practice and match and continues to strive for excellence in the game. No matter how he was playing, there was always a spark in his eye at each tee box. I specifically remember Nick playing Centennial, I believe it was, and getting his first birdie on the team, 1 under par, on a par 3 over the water. He pumped his fist and yelled over to me, "I got a birdie." I hope that you never lose the passion and enjoyment for the game, and I look forward to seeing how you develop the next few years. Nick Randazzo, come on up. Another plaque this week, bud. Congratulations.
Next, for girls lacrosse, we have Coach Amanda Vasta.
Hi, everyone. I don't think Maddie or Ella are here, so I'm going to start with Most Valuable Player, MVP. This year's Most Valuable Player award goes to an athlete who just shows consistency and was always right where we need her to push the ball up the field. Her vision, dedication to staying ready at every single moment of the game, it was essential this year. When you think of MVP, you think of excellence. She delivered that, but more than that, she showed every side of her game. If a mistake was made, she came back stronger. If a teammate needed support, she was there. When the goals needed to be scored, she stepped up, and she got it done. She surpassed her 100th goal, so I'm excited to say MVP Isabella Coletti. So Tiger Award of Excellence, again, she had prior commitment, Ella Wendell. She really helped us this year. Sophomore, this athlete brought drive, power, dedication. Her shots are in goal. If you ever watched her play, they were lethal. Opponents were definitely scared, quickly learned not to get in front of her shots. She came ready, not just to play, but to play the game she was taught to love. And her field IQ elevated the entire team, so leading to countless scoring opportunities. She surpassed 200 career points this year, and she was really a great asset to our team. That's Ella Wendell. Lastly, we got senior Maddie Longden. She received this all sportsmanship team award. If you know Maddie, she's just always kind, respectful. She shows what it means to be an athlete. She's compassionate. She's kind and uplifting, and we really needed that this year, this encouragement to every practice and game she brought. I admire her positivity. It really helped the team believe in themselves. So, Maddie, you set an example, true sportsmanship.
Next, boys lacrosse, Coach Blake Balkane.
Good evening. My name is Blake Balkane. I just wrapped up my first season as head coach of the varsity boys lacrosse team. This year, our program is able to take tremendous strides in the right direction, both on the field as competitors, as well as off the field, developing into high-character young men. This wouldn't have been possible without two outstanding young men that put everything they had into our program, and we will forever be grateful for their effort and dedication. I'm only 27. I do not have children yet, but when I do, I truly hope they become even close to what these two kids were this year. First up is our MVP and Section 1 All Sportsmanship Team recipient, Dylan Tucker. Dylan is a guy that was the backbone of our defense and oftentimes was a one-man clear. Typically, when you think about an MVP, you think about all these flashy stats, goals, assists, and whatever. If Dylan was not on the field for us, we would have been a sliver of what we were out on the field out there. He was a top-tier communicator, helped his teammates get in the right position when they were out of place. Dylan finished his last game on a high note, having a goal, 5 ground balls, 3 caused turnovers against defending champion Pleasantville. Not only was Dylan a high-level player on the field, but he was also an outstanding sportsman of the game. Dylan was a guy that was liked by his teammates because he treated them with respect and kindness no matter the situation. He kept his cool in tough situations, played hard all the time, and was a great leader to his younger teammates. Congratulations, Dylan. Next up is our Target Award of Excellence recipient, Andre Tarrant. Andre's not here? All right. Although only a junior, Andre was a leader and a great teammate from day one. He not only led by example with his relentless hard work, but also set the tone for his teammates in a respectful, positive manner. Each and every practice, Andre was the one putting in his full 100% effort in every single drill, no matter if it was a warm-up, stick work, or 6-on-6. The team did not have a main face-off guy at the beginning of the season, but Andre stepped right up, owned the role, oftentimes putting in a ton of extra work to try and help his team succeed. Congratulations, Andre.
Next up, we have flag football and Coach Matt Bruno.
Good evening, everyone. I'm the head coach for the girls flag football program. In our inaugural season, the first in school history, this is a brand new team and made an unforgettable mark on Section 1. With an overall record of 5-11 and a strong 3-1 finish in Class C, the girls stepped up, gave their all, and battled hard every single game. As a first-year team, they showed grit, heart, and tremendous growth week after week. And it was a season filled with learning, teamwork, and plenty of fun. We're proud of how far this team has come, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. So I'll introduce our MVP award winner, which goes to sophomore Summer Skroka. Come on up. She was a very versatile player in all aspects of the game, running back, free safety, punt return. As a captain, she was a leader on and off the field. Over her first year, her stats were phenomenal, rushing for over 900 yards, dominating on defense, and we look forward to having her in the program for the next 2 years. I'm so glad you did. Our Tiger Award of Excellence goes to Blaze Connolly. As a freshman, she showed true grit on the field. She played both offense and defense. As a running back, she rushed for well over 500 yards. Her continuous blitzing on defense caused havoc in the opposing team's backfield. She demonstrated commitment to her team with great enthusiasm, and we're proud of her and her accomplishments. So I'll accept that on her behalf. And our final award is Section 1 Athletics All-Sportsman Team Award winner, and that goes to Lily Johnson. Lily demonstrated all the qualities that one could want in an athlete, including but not limited to integrity, respect, and positive attitude. Whether we're winning or losing, Lily stayed on the course and continued to be a leader. I'm very excited to have her returning for another season as a captain. Lily Hammer Johnson. I'm so happy you came.
Next up, we have baseball and Coach Joe Natalie.
Just going to start with the team, and we'll end up with the three fantastic fellas at the end. Just so you know, I haven't fully recovered from this weekend, so bear with me. I loved our team this year. Our team is a great big old family. That family includes my family, all of our coaches and their families, and of all of our players and their families. And that's the way it should be. Definitely don't want to forget, and I think that's why I wrote this first, even though it's like the second thing I said, but nobody's keeping track. Have to thank the two closest members of my baseball family, our two assistant coaches, John Milliker and Brian McBride. Wouldn't have been able to achieve everything we accomplished this season without these guys. They're professional, they work hard, they played for me, which is kind of cool. They're my friends, and they will be amazing head coaches in the future. Mr. Webb and Kathy in the athletic office, also family. Miss S, our trainer, family. And the best trainer in the state. And yes, I won up to whoever said, like in the 3 or 4 sections before, I think that was JD. Got you, buddy. Dave Spittle, the head of building and grounds, and our grounds crew, James and Scott. Sometimes even Mr. Webb, this guy. And yes, Dr. Luft, on several occasions, worked on our field for up to 7 hours so that it would be ready for a must-play game. And that's what families do. I respect and appreciate all the hardworking and caring people that have made this season so amazing. Thank you so much, everybody that was involved. So, we had a lot of team accomplishments here, so bear with me. First off, we had an all-time high 15 regular season wins. We had an all-time high 21 total wins. We had an all-time high 9-game win streak that spanned for over a month. We were league champions. This is our first sectional championship in baseball. Our first regional championship by any boys team ever. Our first, again, every boys team ever, our first state finalist team. We had a state ranking of 2 in Class B, 8 in Section 1, and 32 in all of New York, and that includes all AAA, AA, and all the other letters that JD said before. We had 10 players named All-League. Nick Mazzola, I'm going to say all their names. Nick Mazzola, James Sanford, Jay Constantino, Jake Peterson, Don Benedetto, Sean Carroll, Aaron Pierre, Nicky Benedetto, Ryan Denizzo, and Eli Pierce. Our league pitcher of the year, was our one and only Dominic Benedetto. League MVP, Nick Mazzola. Class B Player of the Year, also Nick Mazzola. 2 all-section honorable mentions, Jay Constantino and Nicky Benedetto. 2 all-section players, Nick Mazzola and James Sanford. Dom was also the sectional finals MVP, and he threw a no-hitter in that game. We had a sportsmanship award that was recognized up at the state tournament, and it was given to Aiden Cassidy, and I don't think anybody deserved that better. Anybody deserved that more than him. So the first 2 old men coming up, I mean, I think either of these awards could have went to either one of them. And then we have a youngster. Is Nikki still here? Where's Nikki? Oh, Nikki. All right, so first person I wanted to mention was James Sanford, and he was our MVP. Right before the state championship game, my daughter Scarlett, so my whole family went up there with me, and by the way, in the beginning, like Friday night, I was going like, oh my God, it was really a good idea, because they're going like, what's the hotel like, and what is it? Then we're in there, and they're going like, I don't want to be here, so it was kind of crazy, but I really, really appreciate it, and I told them, my wife Laura, my daughter Scarlett, and my son Jack, that although it took me a couple days, I think I told them yesterday, because I was freaking pissed, but I'm good now, good. And I told them that, I really, really appreciated that they were there, and I really appreciated, that they were able to share all the experiences with us, good and bad. So right before the game, though, the state championship game, my daughter Scarlett said, Dad, I think if Jack had to live with James, he would be totally okay with it. And I'm going, this is a real quote. And it was basically when he was over hanging out with James for like, who knows, like an hour. And what I'm trying to say here is that my son was all about what was going on up there, and he was just obsessed. And I mean, this is just more of an example of like the type of family that we were, because although we do have some kids on our team that I don't know if I'd really want to leave my kids with, these aren't 2 of those guys. I would definitely leave them with these guys. And Nikki too, for the record. Another interesting story that I'm going to call Jack James and the Lucky Duck. So we were losing 1-0 in the state semifinals game. During the 6th inning, Jack comes down to the bottom of the bleachers, hands a little plastic duck to me, and goes, "Give this to James. It's a lucky duck." Supposedly, though, he was really sad because he didn't see me actually hand it to him. So he was basically so upset. He was like crying. He didn't think I gave the duck to James. But I did, and that darn duck helped James get the hit that resulted in 2-run scoring and our team winning in the bottom of the 7th. That duck now equals family. James has been a 3-year varsity starter for our baseball program. He's led our team in batting average, .429, on-base percentage, .598, slugging percentage, .730. On-base percentage plus slugging. These are just, I promise there's only a couple more stats. 1.328, 3 home runs, and 31 RBIs. James was also hit by pitch 16 times, which is absolutely ridiculous and has to be a record. And he stole 11 bases. James is a 3-time All-League player and was voted All-Section as a senior. James will be attending and playing baseball at Hartford University. All right. Another Jack quote. Dad, Nick Mazzola looks like an adult man. How is he on your team? My response, well, he hits like one too. So Nick has been a 2-year varsity starter for our baseball team. He was also a major contributor and a key part to our success this year. He had a .426 batting average, .529 on-base percentage, .632 slugging, and a 1.61 on-base plus slugging percentage. He had 2 home runs, 30 RBIs, and led our team with 29 hits. Nick is a two-time All-League player and was also voted All-Section as a senior. Nick was also named MVP of our league and Player of the Year in Class B. Nick will be attending WCC in the fall and potentially playing baseball there, and I really hope he does because he's a beast. Last but not least, Nicky. He was not only selected to the Section 1 Athletics All-Sportsmanship team, he was also voted All-League and All-Section honorable mention as a sophomore. Nicky hit .324 and had an on-base percentage of .424. He had 24 hits, 16 RBIs, and 23 runs scored. Those are all impressive stats for a sophomore. Nicky played everywhere for us this year, including second base, shortstop, third base, pitcher, and catcher. He's very unselfish, mature beyond his years, and will do anything for the team. We're looking forward to watching Nicky grow as a student athlete and as a leader. Just like two more final thoughts here, and this is hopefully, I know it was more aggressive, but now hopefully it's less aggressive and people will get the message. I think this year our baseball team set an incredible standard of excellence, and it's something we can all be proud of. Right now, you could say Putnam Valley on the boys' side is a baseball school, and that's a testament to the hard work and success of that program. But here's the exciting part. I believe every sport has the potential to raise the bar even higher. Lacrosse, basketball, football, wrestling, and beyond continue to grow, and I've also set new standards of success. Let's work together toward becoming known not just for a few standout programs, but as a school that excels across the board in all boys and girls sports. The future is bright, and it's ours to shape together. Go Tigers.
And last but certainly not least, our softball team and coach Rena Finsmith.
So I'd like to thank you for anyone who stayed here. Obviously, they saved the best for last. My softball team and my kids back here who deserve all the recognition like all the other previous athletes that got it. And everyone who left. So thank you for staying and honoring my three kids. So our all sportsmanship award goes to Bella Soto, who every day shows up to practice and games with a smile on her face and enjoys being part of the team. She has become our fourth coach on the bench and continues to demonstrate what it means to be a team player. Our MVP, team player. Bella, sorry. I'm just trying to get out of here. There we go. Let's go. Joe, are you still here? Natalie? Yeah. Joe, I just wanted to congratulate you and your team for a great season, and I can't think of a more deserving coach to have had the season that you did. I've known you for a long time, and I know you work hard, and I appreciate the fact that you had a great season. So congratulations. Our MVP this year goes to junior captain Caitlin Flanagan, who had a tremendous season, finishing second on the team in hits with 36, runs scored 34, and a .414 batting average. Kate's tremendous arm saw her throwing numerous runners out on the bases, so congratulations, Caitlin Flanagan. Congrats. You're welcome. Sorry, that was apparently in the microphone. Our Tiger Award goes to Maggie Caputo. It's not just Maggie's softball skills, but her leadership qualities that helped her to earn this prestigious award. Maggie's softball skills speak for themselves by having over 40-plus hits and RBIs this season. She finished first in every statistical category and ended the season with a .538 batting average. Maggie is a multi-sport athlete and has a calm demeanor and is a role model for all her teammates. Congratulations, Maggie. Job.
As we bring this evening to a close, I want to once again congratulate all of our Hall of Fame inductees and award winners. Your achievements, leadership, and character represent the very best of Putnam Valley. We would also like to recognize all of our student athletes that were not recognized this evening, as you have played a key role in this year's success and are valued members of our Putnam Valley athletics community. Thank you to everyone who joined us this evening to honor and support our outstanding student athletes and athletic community. For those of you that have stayed before you leave, please feel free to take photos and capture the memories with the athletic backdrop just outside the PAC. Thank you and have a great night.